What's happening, Saints fans? In today's video, it is a juicy show for you, Who Dat Nation. Taesm Hill has been recently named a cut candidate, so we're going to react to that. We're going to break down what was said about number 7, and I'm going to give you my take. We're also going to answer questions and respond to hot takes from our subscribers as a part of our weekly live show we have every single Wednesday. So if you bleed black and gold and you want daily content around the New Orleans Saints, I highly encourage you to subscribe to the channel. For what it's worth, we're going to be live tomorrow for game day, preseason week 1, Saints vs. Chargers at 2 p.m. Central Time. Hope to see y'all there. Alrighty, let's have this weird conversation. I'm not going to be happy about it. I'm just going to go ahead and say this as a general blanket statement. I love Taesm Hill. By no means am I advocating to cut him. You do have to have a conversation about what's going on with him, though. If you remember, December against the Rams. Do you remember the very first night on December when Taysom Hill hurt his knees against the Rams? Oh, my goodness. He suffered an ACL tear in December. He has been present at offseason activities and at offseason things. However, he just hasn't been participating, which, if you ask me, I'd say the fact that he's been around is good news, but he hasn't participated, so it's just like, oh, that kind of blows. Likely, he won't be returning anytime soon, as he is on the wrong side of 30. He's like 35 years old. He's recovering from a severe knee injury. It happened in December. He will not be able to play week 1. That just, we can go ahead and say, is not happening. The other thing we can say is I truly do believe that Taesm Hill was a player that maybe the Saints were looking at possibly having another option for. Or the Saints were planning for another option without Taesm Hill. Remember, Noah Fant became a free agent, and the Saints hosted him on a free agency visit. So to me, that says, one, the Juwan Johnson injury when it happened, it was minor, blah, 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 whatever. I don't think that was what it was. So it tells me, one, either Foster Moreau's injury is a little bit more severe than we thought, which I don't think is the case. 2, they really want to Noah Fant. Or 3, maybe Taesm Hill is on his way out. I don't know what to think, but I can tell you, oh my goodness, Mikey Taylor! What the hell is that? What is going on? $50 super chat from Mikey Taylor. Okay, we made a deal here as a part of our weekly live show. If you guys send in a super chat, during the live show, during our mailbag, we will absolutely go crazy. So I made a promise. I have to do it. I'm so sorry. We'll get to the rest of the Taesm Hill stuff in a moment. Long story short, Bleacher Report named him a cut candidate. They listed why. I disagree that the Saints should cut him. But I do think, all in all, if you were to cut him, I'd understand it. Oh, my goodness. Like I said, we're stopping what we're doing. We're doing some drinking. Back to the regularly scheduled programming here in a moment. Y'all have some fun. Let me get some tickets for our preseason raffle. Who Dat? For what it's worth, friendly reminder, if you want to join the raffle, we're going to be giving away a Saints white helmet or a gold jersey on week 1 of the preseason. Lopez, we're going to do some drinking. We're going to get back to the questions. We're going to get back to the Taesm Hill stuff in just a moment. I told you this place is crazy. I told you this place is absolutely bananas. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you subscribe to Saints Not by Chat Sports. Who else is drinking a Freedom Funnel in the middle of a video? I mean, we're working right now, bro. Cheers. Shout out to Mikey. Cheers to you, Mikey. Holy cow. Holy cow. All right. Ooh. That one hit. Back to Taesm Hill. Let's get back on track here. So long story short, Bleacher Report, they put out an article suggesting different players who could be surprise cut candidates. Remember, the Saints were interested in Noah Fant. So to me, that tells me that they were wanting to make a move in the tight end position. Bleacher Report saying this on number 7. For the Saints, the idea of keeping the soon-to-be 35-year-old veteran with his price tag, which is a little over $17, almost $18 million, or it's over $17 million, I should say, with the price tag he currently has, doesn't seem feasible regarding a team that's clearly starting a rebuild. New Orleans can cut Taesm Hill, save $10 million towards the 2025 salary cap, which can be rolled toward the following season, since the Saints are once again in the red for the initial projections. Two things. One being, the New Orleans Saints are in the red next year. They are $24.6 million over the cap in 2026. So carrying $10 million over next year, that's an entire contract. Like that's not nothing. That would be very helpful. You really do some good things in terms of the finances there. The other thing to consider is Taesm Hill is getting older. The Saints, whether you like it or not, they are in a rebuild. You have three very young quarterbacks. You have a first-year head coach. You have traded away some of your assets dating back to last year. You let players walk. You've cut players. In my opinion, the Saints are in the midst of a rebuild. And when you are in a rebuild, you make rebuild-type moves. And rebuild-type moves are not always very loved by fan bases. So when it comes to Taesm Hill, Kellen Moore has praised him time and time again, saying that he is one of the premier players in this league. Everyone in the league is looking for their own Taesm Hill. And if you were to cut Taesm Hill, to be totally honest, I'd hate it, but I'd understand it. Like, I wouldn't blame you for cutting him because there is money to be saved. There is a roster spot that could go to somebody who can contribute immediately. And there's also the fact that he just is getting old, and this is Kellen Moore's team now. This is not the Sean Payton era anymore. This is the future. So maybe you start making moves for the future around a fan favorite. I don't want it to happen, but if it does, Taesm, it was one hell of a ride. Now, what would you do with number 7? I'm saying keep. I want it to be explicitly clear. I'm saying keep. But what would you do? I'm going to ask you right now. Son of a gun. All right, another beer bong. Let's get up here, Lopez. DarKnight! Everyone type Who Dat DK for Who Dat DarKnight because we got to do another chug. Man, you guys are going crazy. I seen the live chat for responses of that question. Jerry G, Lloyd all saying keep Taesm Hill. I agree with you. Jerry G showing some love to DarKnight. Everyone type Who Dat DK. Who Dat DarKnight. Who Dat DarKnight. Who Dat DarKnight. DarKnight saying keep. The man spoke. Saints, you cannot cut Taesm Hill. Cheers. Also, really quick, Bleacher Report, that's what they're suggesting. That's what I'm suggesting. We all know Bleacher Report doesn't know ball. That's not new information. Cheers. Yeah, anything for clicks. Wow. All right, let's answer some questions. Ooh. Let's answer some questions. Respond to some hot takes from the Who Dat Nation here on our live mailbag. Friendly reminder to subscribe to the channel. And also, I got to tell you guys, this has been a really, really fun video. I really do appreciate it. A lot of our content is very exciting, very energetic. A lot of crazy stuff happening. So appreciate you guys for bearing with some of the nonsense, if you will. Before we answer questions, got to do a little bit of housekeeping here. Today's sponsor, go to chatsports.com/NoPolo, N-O-Polo for New Orleans Polo. Excuse me. If you want a shirt that is better than that burp I just had, it was $70. Now it's $47. Chatsports.com/NoPolo. We have black and white stripes. We have white and black stripes. If you need a shirt to do some freedom funnels, if you need a shirt to hit the course, if you need a shirt to go to Bourbon Street, you need a shirt to go get some food around Metairie, you're going out to the game in Inglewood, if you're just wanting to rep the black and gold with your squad, get yourself a Nike Polo on sale. It was $70, now $47. Chatsports.com/NoPolo. It is I, your fearless leader, who will be a preseason Prince. I'm going to feed the hot hand here from training camp, and I'm going to say a name I know Lopez is not going to say. Wide receiver Mason Tipton. I think he could have a big year. He's been really, really impressive through training camp. Had a really solid summer last year. Earned himself a spot on the 53-man roster as a UDFA out of Yale. I'm going to just go with the training camp legend that is Mason Tipton.
You were right. I was not going to go with that name, but I was going with that position. Give me Bub Means. I think this is the year where we're coming out of the preseason and we're hyped about Bub Means. He is going to get meaningful play in week 1 due to what he does in the preseason, and it starts this Sunday against the Chargers.
I like that take. I like that take a lot. In case you guys didn't know, he is the largest pass catcher in the wide receiver room in terms of size and weight. So very similar size profile as well to A.J. Brown. I am not saying he will be A.J. Brown. I am simply saying Kellen Moore, who just won a Super Bowl with A.J. Brown, should look to use Bub Means in a very similar fashion. That's the takeaway here. Danny Stutzman, obviously, I think could be a big-time preseason Prince, but I've said him so many times. I want to change it up. All righty. Queen Courtney, we're not worthy. We're not worthy, but we appreciate Queen Courtney. Besides quarterback, what battles are still up in air? I'm going to say cornerback 2, because we don't know, is it going to be Isaac Yadam? Is it going to be Quincy Riley? I think backup running back is definitely one. Oh, that was a crazy out for the Little League World Series. Kid just tried to steal home for Connecticut and just New Jersey got him. Top of the 7th, 2 outs. Go find the play. You'll see it. Anyway, battle's still up in air. I think linebacker 3 is one to consider. Danny Stutzman, I think, is running away with it, but Nephi Sewell could make some noise. The entirety of the defensive line rotation is something to monitor. Special teams, I think the kicker battle is going to be won by Blake Grupe. He's running away with it at this point. Kicker, they recently waived Matthew Hayball, so it's between Kai Kroger and UDFA out of Alabama, James Burnip, to potentially to win the punter battle. Oh, he's safe. Oh, I don't know. No, there's dirt. There's dirt. That's an out. That's so an out. There's dirt. It's too hard to overrule that. Look at us getting way too excited about Little League World Series. Don't you love America? Isaiah, what's happening, brother? By the way, if you ever need your car worked on in the DFW area, go check out Isaiah. I forgot what the name of the store was, but it's in McKinney. And just look up Isaiah. He'll take care of you. What are y'all most excited for this season? New offensive scheme, new defensive scheme, or the new players we drafted? Isaiah, you kind of said what I was going to say. I'm going to be honest. I'm just excited to see. I'm going to kind of embody all of this in one thing. I'm going to say I'm excited to see the new culture. I'm excited to see what Kellen Moore's team is going to look like. I'm excited to see what Kellen Moore's professional team as a first-time head coach, what is the foundation? What are the building blocks? What is the plan? What's the identity? What is the culture? He's had to establish all of those things this year, and he's going to have to continue to establish those things throughout the entirety of the season. So for me, I'm excited to see the culture. I want to hear, though, from Loco Lopez. What do you think, brother?
First of all, Isaiah just learned to work on cars. I may or may not have scratched my car in the parking garage yesterday. So
Isaiah, I'll send him to you because I got your stuff. It's just not written down right in front of me. I got it. You know I'll send him your way.
Might be a customer in the near future.
For what it's worth, it's a car shop near Hutchins in McKinney, Texas. That's the best I could do right now.
But I think going back to your question, the thing that I'm excited for the most is the players that we drafted. I'm excited about this draft class.
9 draft picks.
There's 9 draft picks.
Picks.
I'm high on 2 of them. I think 2 are going to be stars.
Who?
Kelvin Banks, Danny Stutzman.
Okay, I like that.
Tyler Shuck, I want to see what he's got, but he's a quarterback.
Yep.
He has that interesting factor
to
him.
He has the positional interest. That will always come with a quarterback, no matter what the name is. Devin Neal is a fun one to watch.
Very fun to watch.
Very excited about his future. Need to see him get back on the field from his hamstring injury, though. What do you think about, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a different one, Jonas Sanker / oh, my God, they called him safe. That's crazy. Connecticut Challenge, and they called him safe. That's wild. I'm interested to see Jonas Sanker and Quincy Riley. I'm really eager
I want
to see
Quincy
that.
Riley in that secondary.
He's a ball hawk, super
that.
dangerous.
There was a couple Louisville games that I watched last year, and they were always really high on Quincy Riley. So I'm excited to see him in the Saints.
It would be fun to see him get an interception in the preseason week 1. I think that would really start putting some juice on this defense. Raquan in the live chat saying he reminds me of a better version of Paulson Adebo. I actually was going to say exactly that too. He's a better ball hawk than Paulson Adebo was. I think he's a little bit cleaner of a football player. And the fact that you let Paulson Adebo walk in free agency to the New York Football Giants, he has been getting dusted. I see clip after clip of him getting absolutely beat by Malik Neighbors. So
just don't be a walking holding.
Yeah, don't be a walking holding. Don't be a liability with penalties. Don't be a liability with penalties. With ball hawks, sometimes you're going to get some of that. It's just how it works. It's how it happens. Football's a competitive sport. It's a physical sport, but it favors the offense. You're going to get penalties. That is going to happen. Let's limit them. Get me a bunch of interceptions. Give me a bunch of pass breakups. Be a menace. Keith. So no more Keenan Allen. Are we targeting Amari Cooper or Gabe Davis? Yes, Keenan Allen has signed with the Los Angeles Chargers. Not sure if he'll play against the Saints. Seriously doubt he will. The veteran, seriously doubt it. Oh my God, another bad pitch. This kid sucks. This kid's about to blow it for New Jersey. Oh my God. This is top of the 7th. Oh my God. They're going to blow it the last inning. Giving up 2 runs, stolen home. That's crazy. No more Keenan Allen. I haven't heard any reports that Amari Cooper or Gabe Davis have been gaining interest from New Orleans in the last few days. I will say I think a player like one of those guys would make a lot of sense. Saints have money to spend a little over $20 million in cap space right now, so wouldn't mind a move like that. At the time of filming this video, Keenan Allen is with the Chargers, Amari Cooper, Gabe Davis, both free agents. We'll see what happens. I don't think either one of those would be a bad signing, though. Another one to keep in mind, maybe Asante Samuel Jr., if he can check out with the medicals. Alrighty, Saints fans. This has been a little bit of a crazy show, to say the least. A lot of camaraderie, a lot of nonsense, a lot of tomfoolery, if you will. But that is why you subscribe to Saints Now by Chat Sports. Not a lot of the channels are doing what we do. Not a lot of channels are bringing the fun, bringing the passion, and bringing the energy that we bring every single day. So I encourage you to subscribe to Saints Now by Chat Sports. Join our family. Join the Golden Gang. And tune in tomorrow for our live watch party. Going live on the channel, 2 p.m. Central Time. Look for the notification. Join the fun. The stream is going to be absolutely electric. I cannot wait to celebrate the beginning of the new era of Saints football with you. So Who Dat Nation, thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all stay golden, and we'll see you next time.